Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought today we'd have a little bit of fun and put aside all of the serious stuff that's going on in the world and concentrate on Christmas. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some Christmas gifts that I'm going to be making this year. And what inspired me to make these Christmas gifts is that one of our awesome community members sent me a pound of vanilla beans. And these things are beautiful. So I was like, what in the world am I going to do with all those vanilla beans? So before I even continue, if you all have any ideas on what I can do with these vanilla beans, in addition to what I'm going to be doing right now, please leave it in the comments. I'd really like to know, because it's not going to take all of these. So what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do, and we want to do this now so that they will be ready for Christmas, is I'm going to make small vanilla bottles. And I'm going to make 3 different types. I'm going to make them with vodka, right here. I'm going to make them with spiced rum, and I'm going to make them with brandy. I've never made them with spiced rum or brandy before, so I'm really excited to try that. I've heard that it's really good. So what we're going to need is, you're going to need a small bottle with a cap. And I got these on Amazon, and they are really cool. Look at these. These are 2-ounce bottles, right? They come in boxes of 12. They come with a cap for each. And they also come with a sticker that you can put in the front for each of those. And they run about $12, $11.99. So you're going to need a small bottle or a small vessel that will take a cap. You're going to obviously need some brandy, some spiced rum, and vodka, and or any one of those 3. I'm going to make one of each. All right, today you're also going to need some wax, and all I'm doing is I'm reusing the cheese wax that I took out of my cheese, that I took off of my cheese here a while back. And like I said, you can reuse this wax. All you got to do is wash it really good. I washed this wax really good with soap and water. Nothing wrong with it, so I'm going to reuse that. We're going to need a knife, pair of scissors. We're going to need some yarn. And what I've got going on right now is I have some wax melting on a pot right now. It's actually in a glass within a pot. All right, so I'll show you that when we get to it. So very simple process. Let's go ahead and go through it. I'm going to set up, show you exactly how I'm doing it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to use 2 whole vanilla beans per 2-ounce container. So this is going to turn out to be some awesome vanilla extract. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take 1 bean, and I'm just going to cut it into thirds, or depending on how long your vanilla beans are, would depend really on in what denominations you're going to cut it into, 1/3, 1/2. And then I'm just going to split them in half. Okay? So as you can see. And these are really nice full vanilla beans. So thank you very much to the person that sent these. Now he insisted that I leave him anonymous. And I have no problem with that. But I do want to say thank you very much for this. So once I've got my 3 cut and split down the middle, some people, and I have done in the past, go ahead and scrape out the vanilla bean from the inside and they put it in there, but I'm just going to put this whole thing inside the bottle as such. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to put all 3 of these in there. And then what I'm going to do with this long one is I'm just going to bend this one in half. Alright, just like that. I'm going to stick it in the bottle. And you can leave that little bit sticking out right there for now. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to go ahead and do that with all of my jars. As you can see, I'm doing a little experiment with this when I put in like 3 vanilla beans instead of 2 to see how much richer it tastes compared to the others. And I found some shorter vanilla beans that I didn't have to bend it in half, so when we put the cap on, all we have to do is press it down like that. And there you go. So now all we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is get a measuring cup or get a vessel that you can transfer the vodka and the other spirits into these individual bottles. And then after that, we'll go ahead and do the waxing step. I came up with something for the waxing step that I think is pretty cool that will make it your own. So let's go ahead and do the filling of the bottles first. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now that we're done filling all of those up, our next step is to cut some string. I just want to show you something. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Just make sure that if you have any Victors in your house, you keep these away. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut a piece of string for each of these. It's going to be about that long. So depending on how long your bottle is, you're going to go ahead and start around here and go around and then about halfway down. Okay, so I came up with about this long for that, so I'm going to go ahead and cut 11 of these because I only have 11 bottles right now. Gentlemen, now that all of my strings are cut, what we're going to do is we're going to dip one end of this in the wax, and let me show you with my wax over here. That's it. I just have a cup with some of my cheese wax that I'm recycling in there. We're going to go ahead and dip the string in there, only about the first inch or so, doesn't have to be that much. And we're going to bring it back, and very simply we're just going to put it on the cap. See that? See that? And it's going to stay like that. All right, we're going to do that to every one of these. Gentlemen, now that we've got our strings on all of them, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and attach the string to the neck with a little bit of wax. So you're going to just grab something. I'm just using this plastic knife. I'm just going to dip it in my wax, put a little bit right there, and then press that in. See that? Very simple. It doesn't take a lot of effort at all. So the next one, let me show you. Just put a little bit on the neck right there. Just take your, there you go, you see? You just want to stabilize it. There you go. See that? So now that we got our string on all of them, we are ready to do some waxing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in this part I'm going to try to be a little quick because I did take my wax out of the hot water. So all we're going to do is we're going to do this about 3 or 4 times. We're going to take our bottle, going to dip it just past the neck, and put it aside. We're going to do that with all of them. Put it aside. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be perfect about this. This is yours. This is going to be unique to yours. If you put a little too much wax in one, there's no such thing as putting too much. But as you can see, I'm just dipping these, putting them down, and we're going to end up doing about 3, maybe 4 rounds of this. And I'll tell you what, once it's done, it's going to look really cool, and it's probably something that your family members will probably not open. They'll probably just leave them in their cabinets or something to look at them because they're going to look so pretty. Now, isn't that pretty cool looking, ladies and gentlemen? Look at this. When they get it, they'll be able to break that seal, take the wax off, and enjoy their vanilla. Now, this is the perfect time to start doing this project, ladies and gentlemen. That way, by the time that you give it as a present for Christmas or for whatever holiday you may celebrate, it'll be ready. And of course, those bottles do come with these stickers that you can put on them and label them. So I do have to label these to make sure that I can distinguish later on when they all come to mature color which one is which. But it'd be pretty cool just to pick one and see which one you end up with. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you try this. I think it's a pretty cool gift to give to someone. It doesn't have to be for Christmas or that time of the year. It can really be for anything. I plan on giving them away in sets of 3. 1 regular vodka, 1 brandy, and 1 spiced rum. So, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Thank you very much for joining in today. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Last Prepper, and I'm out.